monsters in disguise, wearing skin helmets so they blend right in, but I see right through those eyes. In the night they came for their prize to claim, in a week they will succeed. They are masters of deception, lies and untold misery. True. I will not stand for deception, and I will not stand for you. If it's in my greater interest, you may summon me to fight. But as soon as I send your ass from your doom, we fuck all night. With the prize inside on the 7th night and no more left to kill, I will take what's mine and erase your mind, so what happened isn't real. Somehow I lost control. I guess I didn't like your verge is very much in proper extol. So now when you watch your feelings burn, maybe next time you'll know better. But it probably doesn't matter very much right now. Pretty soon you'll all be dead. I am defender of the righteous, I am guardian of the true. I will not stand for deception, and I will not stand for you. If it's in my greater interest, you may summon me to fight. But as soon as I send your ass from your doom, we fuck all night. Oh yeah! Way back when I was younger, my fortunes brought me to the solution for what ails me, and elixir to reveal the truth. It's been years since I heard first rumor of a recipe of such magnitude that I shut myself away to this very day to create the primordial blues. Can't break that shit. What you talking about? It's not that stuff. After years of failure, much and it will not make it stop.
This is the price you pay while you waste away. You get to watch yourself be tortured to your final day. And when you finally get what I cut off your head, I get to do it all over again and then I'll eat you like
I've heard a discouraging word and it might detour your life. You can't embrace the extinction of your race and in its place there's a stone picking form, Gabriel is blowing horn, it must be too late. Here it comes, it's begun to block out the dying sun, there is not much time.
from the ages past, all fear this day of reckoning. The soul of the undead has come to pass, turning green blood red. The soul of the undead, mocking life just like they said.
By nightfall they will rise again, the corpses of women and men. By daybreak all hope will be lost thanks to the undead holocaust. Every weather will open your eyes and nothing else has ever will. When the adventure you run for your life, with every weather comes fear and still. A flood of dark hurricanes of pain, a flood of dark hurricanes of pain, a flood of dark hurricanes of pain and despair, a flood of dark hurricanes of pain. You might have seen what you cannot believe, a storm of evil
A monstrosity.
You try to flee as you're dragged down to your knees,
But the monsters overpower you and start to the soul of the undead has come to pass, turning green blood red. The soul of the undead, mocking life just like they said.
At nightfall they were in the ground, the townsfolk they were sleeping sound. They never saw the clouds roll in, but it matters not, the end was wrong. At nightfall they were in the ground, the townsfolk they were sleeping sound. They never saw the clouds roll in, but it matters not, the end was wrong. A flood of dark hurricanes of pain, a flood of dark hurricanes of pain, a flood of dark hurricanes of pain and despair, a flood of dark hurricanes of pain. Every weather will open your eyes and nothing else has ever will. When the adventure you run for your life, with every weather comes fear and still. adorns me with her gifts, and soon I'm prepared to meet with fate. There was a cold, bitter wind as I press on, drinking to warm my skin. Story starts all with no end, but fortune's never end. I stop at the fortress doorstep as I make to burn it down. I hear a voice calling to me, threatening, warning traitors to the ground. There was a cold, bitter wind as I set fire to the unworthy kingdom. Hear it unfold in the end, but fortune's never end. Inside these walls are screams of 1,000 tortured women. Despite them, all I see is their lives still their guns living. I can't recall how long they each can endure beatings, but it's good fun, and when it's done, it is good eating.
Oh, fucking pumped! Oh my god, that song gets me fucking pumped. What the heck? Why is it deleting all the messages? Why is it deleting all your messages? Hey, what's going on, guys? Fico is here. I've been following the chat, and all of a sudden, all your messages are... No! No! Citadel bot! No! No! Okay, Well, first off, I would like to introduce you all to Citadel Droid. He is the best bot on the Citadel, and that's all you're gonna get for now. But holy crap! It just purged your chat. Hold on. Hold the phone. How do I fix this? How do I fix? Oh my god! Hold on. No, don't purge. Don't. I'll have to look into that here. But anyway, guys. Yes. Well, anyway. Okay. Well, hold on. Hold on. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna test the bot. There you go. Okay, Mr. Seto Kaiba. That's my boy next stream. He is very, very awesome. So give him a follow, man. He is awesome. He helped me set up the bot yesterday. He was with his girl yesterday and he helped me set up the bot. So that gets a 2 thumbs up. Awesome. Mr. Saturnite, what's going on? And Mr. Seto Kaiba, what is happening? My Discord is almost up and running. I've got the bot. I've got a list of a couple of things that I want to add to the bot, as well as that. Oh man, my bitrate. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Kaiba. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've been. Why not Bosch Droid? Well, because I'm not always going to be playing Final Fantasy 12, so sorry. I just thought of I mean, it was right on the spot. It was like oh yeah, Fico, you have to name your bot. Oh, okay. I didn't have time to think about it. So, but anyway, before we jump into today's stuff, we're going to talk about, everything is actually super fine. Did you, yes, I had a root canal done. It's done. I have to avoid chewing on this side for a bit, but I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be great. They did such a great job. There was a hole here. You can't even tell anymore. It's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, the Sailor Moon shirt, man. I got this at Ripped Apparel. This is my my anime convention shirt. It's a Art Nouveau mixed with Sailor Moon. So, but we'll take another second here. Oh, also, Mr. Saturnite, my boy, our boy, helped me set up a chatbot, but apparently he's been purged. They purged his messages. I mean, there's link protection, but I guess. Oh, you know what it is? It's because there is no auto permit, I think. So, oh, you know what? Then in that case, what I'll do is. Did I say Nightbot? Oh, for crying out loud! It's Chatbot. It's Chatbot. I keep calling it Nightbot. You know what? Screw it. The Citadel Droid doesn't have an auto permit on it, so it just blocked you. But what I'll do is I will put this into I'll set this to subscriber, so that way hey Nick, try putting up try putting up oh, actually, you know what? Let's put it into like regular. Try putting up another link. Try and see if it works. Yeah. Go ahead and yeah. Oh, crying out loud. I'm sorry. Okay. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out. I'm sorry. But anyway, let's we've delayed this a little bit here today. So before we begin talking about cool things today, I figured I wanted to show you guys today's Humble Bundles, a Classics Return Humble Bundle, which features pretty awesome lists here. Like, for instance, on the Pay As You Want, you get Hellspawner's favorite video game series, the 5th entry of The Broken Sword, the Serpent's Curse. You get Shadowrun Returns, The Tesla Effect, A Texamurph the Adventure, and Shadowrun Dragonfall. I already all know these games, except Broken Sword. Then for just $8.28, you get Wasteland 2, Age of Wonders 3, and you get Xenonauts, and you also get Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. I think I see Spawner! What is up, man? What is up? Yes, you did in the Humble Bundle. I was saying that if you get the first tier, the Pay As You Want, you get the 5th game in the Broken Sword series, the Serpent's Curse. And then if you pay $15 or more, you get Torment, Tides of Numenera, and Dreamfall Chapters. Yes, I'm actually considering getting this Humble Bundle because I don't own Wasteland, I don't own Age of Wonders 3, I don't own Xenonauts, I definitely don't own Broken Sword, and Dreamfall Chapters I do own, but there you go. Torment's actually pretty sweet. Your boy Necri helped me yesterday with chatbot. I'm still figuring it out because if you post something like a link, it'll start auto deleting you. So it's a work in progress. But we begin with okay. First off, let me talk. This is directly to USA Today. USA Today, this sucks. Look at this. I have to scroll all the way down. Yeah, we'll deal with all of these in a little bit here. Yeah. So anyway, we were talking last time about how the Parkland school shooting, there was this dude called Matt Bevin. He was the governor of Kentucky who was accusing video games for, the downfall of society. Well, let me actually refresh this because this thing looks terrible. This is from USA Today. And for some reason, this is showing up super duper big. And, but it turns out that the biggest crux of the issue was that apparently the reason that video games caused the downfall of society was because the school shooters of certain school shootings played video games, and they completely ignored the fact that they're so popular. Well, turns out that apparently that might not be fully true, and even the people who perpetrate these crimes might even be in the minority of them being gamers as well too, because apparently there's people who said, like researchers like Patrick Marcus says, all we could say for sure is that there does not appear to be a link at this time between violent video games and school shootings, and if there is a link, it goes in the opposite direction. It says that school shooters are actually less likely to be interested in violent video games than their peers. See? Rippedapparel.com. Rippedapparel.com. I don't know if you could find this, but Yeah, this is I love this shirt. I'm representing the Sailor Moon. Fun fact. Sailor Moon is actually the first anime I have ever watched. I didn't know it was called anime at the time. So back to the news. It says that that is school shooters actually less likely to be interested in violent video games than their peers. A few, such as Virginia Tech's gunman, I'm not even going to say his name, had no interest at all. In fact, that surprised his roommate, who, quote, thought it was weird that he didn't play video games. In fact, he says that about 20% of school shooters play video games, compared to about 70% of high school students overall. And he wrote a book, The Moral Combat: Why the War of Video Games is Wrong. He said school shooters as a group tend to do things that aren't typical to their peers. Typical teenager behaviors include video games, many of them violent video games. It's just a sign of a healthy childhood to do things that our peers do, even if your parents don't like it. But apparently, it looks like, even so, it looks like the correlation does not equal causation. Definitely is a thing here. Just because there are people who play video games all over the place, and just because a few of these active, it's just like how, not every kid that's insane or socially isolated is going to shoot up a school. Well, turns out even not every school shooter is a gamer, because imagine like you're in this place, you're in this school, and you're surrounded by people that are doing all the same, and you're kind of sort of trying to distance yourself away from everybody because you don't like everybody or anybody there. So it turns out that could be the case, but actually it does give a couple of examples. Here it's like, but previous support assertions suggesting that the video games and violent games and media are released, real life violence actually drops. It says in 2011 there was an economist called Michael Ward and two colleagues found that the higher rate of violent game sales coincided in a drop in crime, especially violent crime. Which means that, and this is actually not even new. This is this phenomenon that that video games are the cause of violence. Well, it turns out that the more they've been selling, it gets better. Like violent crimes actually drop. Now, basically, this all goes all the way back to Columbine, because they played Doom, and then people were saying that video games desensitize you from violence. That's how this whole thing, I felt, kind of started. But of course, a judge dismissed the lawsuits because the games weren't subject to product liability laws. They hadn't failed like a badly wired toaster. But the lawsuits and post-Columbine uproar in Congress added a heated debate that pushed the industry. Even though you send video games to court constantly, is just incredible. I mean, because they never ever find. Yes, Adam Lanza used to play StarCraft in video games and Dance Dance Revolution. Well, the dude that committed the Virginia Tech shooting, he used to watch Old Boy a lot, but Old Boy wasn't banned or made unavailable. Seriously, guys, what is up with your web design? And what's funny is that there's this tweet that only just says IGDA executive director, but the person's name's not the Twitter handle. Says the US plays the same video games as the rest of the world, and yet we stand alone in our mass shooting tragedies. Blaming video games for the violence in the US defies both facts and common sense and distracts us from finding the real immediate solutions we need. Thank you. Okay. I'd like to say that there are even places where there haven't even been any school shootings. I mean, they're low crime places. They get to play the same level, the same video games. They're exposed to the same TV shows. They're exposed to the same movies. Why is it then that we are the one that video games are to blame when something happens here? Well, I think it's probably because video games are so popular, and here is kind of like this breeding ground of where video games have just become so cool or whatever. It's nothing. It's because they don't know what actually caused the shooting, and they want to blame video games because that's what they've been doing all this time, because they blame something they don't understand. They blame the media they don't understand. They blame the movie they don't understand. They blame something that's completely out of their realm of knowledge, and they'll be like, well, this thing is super violent. Well, of course it's the cause of a school shooting. It has to be. What else could it be? And then, of course, they have to put on their thinking hats, which they don't own, or somebody else has to wear the thinking hat for them and be like, but it doesn't make any sense. The games were they're Japanese video games. Japan has a capital of companies like over there that make video games. We're the ones that are playing them. They seem to be absolutely fine. Why is it that we're the ones that, I mean, like, what is it? Is it like an effect that when we get exposed to video games, we just become violent enough to commit a school shooting? That's ridiculous. But of course, you all know this. So I figured that I would just want to mention this article because it's pretty interesting how even the school shooters themselves, who sadly there have been so many school shootings as of late, they don't all play video games. So that correlation that you're trying to make with causation about video games causing these, that's wrong by the percentages. They're just, some people are just not into video games, but you know what they're into? Doing things that absolutely don't make sense. And yes, there were times where they were blaming music for the downfall of society. They used to burn records. They used to burn albums in the middle of a town of music. In fact, it wasn't even like music, like metal music. It was stuff like Elvis. Like Elvis was blamed for the downfall of society. The Beatles were blamed for the downfall of society. Newspapers were blamed for the downfall of society. They've been blaming everything that's progressive and innovative and new forever. And still, hold on. I think, oh, sorry, spawner. Shit. Darn it. I'm still working on it. Darn it. You're going to have to whisper the link. I don't know. But anyway, hold on. Oh, okay, here we go. I could actually expose this. Got it. There we go. I could actually, let me go back up here and reveal all of Spawner's. I think I can reveal all of Spawner's chat messages. Darn it. I'll fix that today. But anyway, conclusion, again, correlation does not equal causation. So if you don't have like a definitive link that'll say, yes, video games are the cause of this, then do yourself a favor and don't post it, because don't share that opinion with anybody, because you know you have absolutely no evidence. And I'm happy that to hear this. I'm not happy about the many school shootings, but you know, they have to do something about them, but they need to stop wasting time talking about like how video games cause the downfall of society. Well, this next news is a little bit of deja vu, because now the World War II directors from Call of Duty World War II, Call of Duty, the studio they founded, Sledgehammer, they are leaving. So the co-founders of Sledgehammer Games, Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield, have left the company. And hello, fellow humans. I wish you all immense happiness and success in your future endeavors. As Socrates once said, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Ah, yes. Yes, awesome. Edagos. Ah, well said. You are a fellow human. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the kind words, man. Thank you. I remember when the people that founded Infinity Ward left, and they created Respawn Entertainment, and then I said, okay, bro, I'm heading out as I'm working on setting up Discord bots for my streams, Discord service. All right, man. But anyway, but basically, what happened a long time ago was that the people that founded Infinity Ward left and created Respawn. And this was around the time where Call of Duty's boom was just starting to do. Spreading positivity is a feat that we should all bear. Oh man, this is absolutely 100% right. And that's what I try to do. That's what I try to do, man. I try to take it easy, Spawner. Thank you for dropping by, man. Man, but anyway, yes, I do try my best to spread positivity, whether it is enduring pain. But anyway, I do love what I do. So spreading positivity is what we're here, and making fun of people as well too. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not true. But anyway, but back to the story. This is Activision's report. It says that following the incredible success of Call of Duty World War II, Glenn Schofield and Michael Condrey have decided to transition from their duties as Sledgehammers to new executive duties inside Activision. We thank Glenn and Michael for the tremendous body of work on Call of Duty and looking forward to continuing to collaborate with them in their new roles. These changes have created an opportunity to elevate one of our key leaders to the studio, Aaron Hallen, to lead Sledgehammer Games. Aaron is a founding member of Sledgehammer Games and a natural fit to lead the team. He has over 20 years of industry experience and has played an instrumental role throughout the studio's history. Congratulations, Aaron. Thank you. You are doing good. Now, here's an email statement from Mr. Oh my God. Oh, heck yes. Heck yes. Hold on. Give this man some love. Give this man some love. Seriously. We need more positivity. Thank you. Thank you, Idagos. But back to this. So basically what's happening is I thought that they were leaving to make their own company, but apparently basically they're just transitioning into Activision. So they're just becoming higher executives. And I am super disappointed in that. But I do wish them both good lots of luck. It even says that Condrey and Schofield ran EA's now defunct Visceral Games. So they founded Sledgehammer before they created Visceral Game and after they created Visceral Games. So that's kind of great to see that these two guys are transitioning, getting better. So you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy for these guys. So congratulations. Does that mean that Call of Duty is going to change? Call of Duty is going to change. Okay. We'll see. Oh man. Oh, you are most welcome. But to that now, next thing we're going to talk about. It's funny how we continue to keep on running into Guilty Gear, but apparently now, they're claiming they expect that their next game is going to be less complicated with reduced systems. You know how sometimes you get a game that's just full of so many mechanics? Guilty Gear games like from Arc System Works or Arcsys Games are just incredible. But they're full with so many systems. But apparently, because of what's been happening, like with stuff with Dragon Ball Z Fighters, which is like easy to pick up but hard to master. Well, I guess that's what they're going with. He's saying this like Arc System Works. This is actually words from the same producer, Toshimi Ishimori, says that Arc System Works has worked on multiple fighting games, not just Guilty Gear, but for all others as well. Our thinking behind the strategy is that fighting games are a communication tool. So if there's more out there, there's more communication. But EVO is a larger user base, so Arc has been focusing on tapping into everyone. So our titles are appreciated on a larger scale. You hear that, Capcom? You might do good of making games for everyone again. And it says, what we can say is that Dragon Ball Fighter Z was developed based on the lessons learned through previous Guilty Gear and BlazBlue titles. But for Guilty Gear especially, it's important for us to maintain the people we've already won over. At the same time, we do want to expand the user base so more users are coming in. Daily, we're trying to figure out what our balance point is to satisfy our users that they're already new. Then he says, and they're talking about, he has also asked about the assessment of when Guilty Gear being sort of a niche series. He says, after releasing Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator 2, it's clear that we need to improve on. The key is to win over more users because of the complex controls. But if we implement everything, the game will no longer be Guilty Gear. It's hard to balance out all the improvements. One thing that that we have to do in the next installment is to reduce the number of systems. It's too complicated for everyone. You could expect that in the next game. Now, what I don't want is what is it that you mean when you said that they don't go the Dragon Ball way? Because I have not played a Dragon Ball Fighter Z, so I don't know whether Dragon Ball Fighter Z is a lot easier than a game like Guilty Gear, BlazBlue. There are other games that they have made before. Obviously, I think that they make a good point when it comes to like making games accessible, but at the same time, you also run the risk of making the game so easy that it loses people's interest. I mean, look at what happened to Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. They made it so that it became an entry-level part of like an entryway for people to play this game more, and they got so lazy with it. And look at it, it's not even at Evo. Marvel vs. Capcom is like a game that should be on Evo's main stage, and it's not. But I do agree. Don't simplify it to the point that it does become completely like different. And as you saw, the producer, the executive producer, I think he does want to make games that are for everybody, but at the same time he realizes that if they want to grow, they can't just count on the same fan base. They need to grow their fan base. But you know what, their games are so well tutorialed and they're so good as an entry bar for players who've never played these games before especially Guilty Gear Revelator's tutorial level. That is such a great job of getting people into the game. So obviously, you guys, I don't know if you guys play any fighting games. I've been playing fighting games forever. You don't need to have a mega complex gaming system to make the games good, but it helps because it adds like a lot of excitement to the actual game itself. So let me know what y'all think here. So Lupa, I don't know what this means. It's apparently this was translated. It says it looks like this is from like a different country. I didn't even realize when I clicked this, but apparently next favorite game, Kingdom Come Deliverance, sold millions. Apparently this is going to be awesome. Apparently the Czech company Warhorse had a success because about a week of release had sold a million pieces of her Kingdom Come Deliverance debut. 500,000 copies. Oh, hold on. 500,000 copies of Warhorse reach a moment after release. Oh man. You're finished with the game. Oh man. We're about 1 million when I count all the platforms and distribution channels. We are really happy. Holy crap. Look at that. Translations. But yes, congratulations to Warhorse. I'm very happy. This thing was kickstarted and look at it now. It's become one of the biggest games out there. I only found out about Kingdom Come Deliverance just a couple of weeks ago in terms of the hype of it coming out. But I think that game has enough freedom and variety in it that I think I might actually give it a shot. But I'm gonna do what my boy Nick says. Actually, give me just a moment here. Let me see if my boys at Green Man Gaming have the game. Let's see. Oh no, they don't have it. They do, but it's not on sale. Never mind. So let's continue on. Let's soldier on but anyway, congrats to Warhorse. Awesome. Well, apparently, for those of you who are interested, it was really clunky, but the story was great and the historical accuracy was awesome. You know, it's funny because they were trying to be historically accurate and apparently they got in trouble because apparently somebody thought that the creator, one of the heads, was racist because they didn't put any black people in it. And apparently there's this debate of whether the times where this game takes place actually had or didn't have black people. Apparently being a little historically inaccurate makes you a racist. Yeah, I know. But I did hear about the combat system that apparently is based on actual fighting styles from those times. So that's actually really cool. I do want to play that game. Ready Up, a documentary on competitive Team TF2. It's about to be premiered live on Twitch before the grand finals of the scene's largest tournament ever. So you could check out the stream, but I'm pretty sure there are a couple of stuff here. The production of the actual documentary, the actual stream here. Oh, hey, Blue Nats. I love your name, by the way. Your shit keeps buffing. Oh, I'm sorry. I have my stream on a high bit rate, so is anybody else having issues? I am Middle Eastern, but I don't mind the historical accuracy. It makes me more immersed in the game. Yeah, and that's what I've figured when I read the article itself, and it turns out that the person that was apparently that the people that were discussing it, apparently there was this dude that spends his time going through historical accuracy with media. He has a Tumblr page, and apparently he made the argument that yes, there was even art around that time that had black people, but at best what they said was there was so little few of them that it didn't make that much of a ripple into their demographics around that time. So can't you just play the game and enjoy it? but anyway, if you guys are interested into seeing like documentaries when it comes to competitive pro gaming, well, the link to the actual stream where Rewind 2 is going to be, you could also go to the site where they have the documentary, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get released out there very much. The thing that kind of I do have a bit rate of about 4,500. I do try. I can't go any higher of it because that kind of shortens it out. Reducing the bit rate might help, but that might lower the actual quality. So I'm gonna have to try to play around with it. SJWs can't enjoy anything without complaining about so-called injustices. They mean well, but sometimes they get to the point where injustices, they want to fight injustices, but they themselves are the injustices that they're fighting. They're not like injustices, in my opinion. I mean, like, how is a game like this that might not have enough black people, how is this affecting the world? When Capcom made Resident Evil 6 in Africa and you were killing black people that were infected with the I think it was Las Plagas, all of a sudden it's racist because you're killing black people. You're in Africa. I mean, what else do you want? And also, asking a game developer to change the color of the skin to resemble another person's color of skin. I'm all out. Yeah, I know, right? That was my point. Oh, I was gonna say that well, won't changing the race to white make you want to kill white people? That's kind of disturbing, in my opinion. But yeah, there were these little bit black people, but they were slaves. How that will fix the historical accuracy, and the game is set in the suburbs of that time, not being the big cities, so even slaves wouldn't be there. So yes, they technically were very, very accurate about it. But of course, the thing that doesn't quite help sometimes is that, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Idagos. Ed. Thank you so much. We need yellow people in Africa and black in Germany. That's totally not racist. The thing is that what happens is that they and I'll put this point to finish it. And giving attention to these people is not going to help anything. Yes, they capitulate and they don't matter because most of these, they don't play games. They don't watch the movies that they're complaining about. They don't watch the shows that they're complaining about. They see an injustice. They're in a group of people that want to fight injustices. They want to compete against each other to see what is the injustice that we're going to fight against. So yeah, and clearly they've gotten so much attention, but in reality, I think everybody is starting or have been starting to come to the realization that maybe these people are just bored They don't know what life is. I don't know. I've tried to stay away from that. It happened with Gamergate. I try to stay away from that. I try to stay away from these things that happen. Social justice warriors, they are complaining about nothing, and also they're not doing anything to actually help real injustices. Wow, they force a game developer or an astronaut for landing a probe on he lands a probe on a comic, something that's never been achieved before. But he wore a T-shirt that had women all over it that a friend of his designed for him, and apparently he got the ire. Apparently, it's like, I don't care if you landed a probe on a comic, your shirt is sexist. Yeah, the problem in injustice is not solved by equality. It's solved by justice, and justice shouldn't be forced. It should be wanted. Thank you. My God, Ed, you are awesome. Thank you for joining the insanity that is my stream. But yes, the stupidity is everywhere. Quitting zombie. Oh, wait a minute. Quilting. Is this quilting? Oh my God, it's a quilting zombie. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, man. Zombie, welcome. This is a stream where we talk about video game news. We were just talking about SJWs. I'm sorry, but that's kind of, well, thank you for saying hi. I'm glad that you are here, and don't be shy. We are all in this together. We all I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to take a sip of water and shut up now. Bottom line, welcome. Poor H1Z1. It's 91% of its player base dropped in 2 months because of PUBG and Fortnite. Oh boy. Yep. And as you can see here, looks like it peaked all the way back all to July of 2017, and poor H1Z1 is now all the way just lost to 91%. It's funny how zombie, you said hi right when we were talking about a zombie game is losing its but you know what, that's going to happen with every survival horror game that comes out. Obviously, when there's this big game that comes out, it's going to be it had a lot of technical problems at the start. You are absolutely right. I could be streaming some quilting, but being lazy. Is that what you stream? Do you stream quilting? That's awesome. Well, thank you for being here. Oh, that is so awesome. What do you quilt? Do you just quilt like geeky things, or like game related things, or what is it that you typically and how often do you stream quilting? I'm very curious about that, because I have a friend, Anne, who's into that, who is into, I also have my friend Jenny, who is all I think it's crocheting. Oh yeah. We all quilt. They all quilt. No, Danny boy, they don't float. They quilt. but yeah, H1Z1 did not have a good launch, and it also was claiming to be a free-to-play game, but you have to pay for it. And then it also got synonymous for being a pay-to-win game, because you could buy airdrops and have an advantage over everybody. So that's a thing. Well, that's awesome. How long have you been quilting? Have you just started quilting? Have you been quilting for a little bit, or is that a thing that you've been doing for a while? Because I know that working on on a craft is a little difficult. About 2 months. Wow, awesome. Well, welcome to the world of quilting. I'm actually ashamed to say that I learned how to draw. I started drawing just a few short years ago, and consistency wise, I'm terrible. And I vowed to myself that that I was gonna draw a lot more this year. But then I started streaming, and now most of the time that I have free is now dedicated to streaming. I do want to draw, but I haven't drawn anything since the year has started. I did draw something last night. Well, no, not last night. When I was watching Black Panther, while I was waiting for the previews to be over, I drew a little bit. But obviously, when you're working 8 hours a day and then you come home and then you want to stream as much as you can, or stream at the beginning, well, you do what you can. But anyway, that's awesome. And before we continue, how are you liking quilting at the moment? And what got you to quilt as well? I'm curious about that. I'm curious about how you got into quilting. Nintendo does not want to quilt. Instead, they'll make money hand over fist with their mobile games. $300 million for their cell phone game, Fire Emblem Heroes. 300 million. Holy crap. Well, it's according to this article from Sensor Tower. Nintendo's Fire Emblem Heroes is the Kyoto-based gaming giant most successful mobile game to date, earning an estimated $295 million in worldwide player spent during its first year of availability, according to Sensor Tower storage intelligence data. Oh my, don't get me on drawing. I bought a Cintiq tablet last year and I used it for a couple of times. And it's just gathering dust now. No, you didn't know. Oh, that's why well, you know what? Do you like draw normally? That's okay if you have it you want to that's the thing. It's like if you're just learning how to draw, you don't just jump and get the Cintiq. But like me, for instance, if I get back into drawing this year, I'm going to get myself a drawing tablet. But instead of getting a Cintiq, I'll get a Huion tablet. And then because those are much cheaper than Cintiqs. But I definitely encourage you to get out the Cintiq, even if you just like drawing like 30 minutes a day, even 15 minutes a day, just doodle in it just to learn how to use it. Yeah, it's terrible with work. You want to do it and it's hard when you're working. Wanted a new blanket to replace the one his grandma made him when he was a kid, and made it out of nothing but free samples. But what I'm known for is my account is wire wrap pendants. Oh my god, wire wrap. There's this person who I know. This is a side. I know people who make jewelry, pendants, earrings, like style like this as a coaster, perler beads. Yeah, that, and I now use it as the cup coaster. So the lesson is like, even though you're working, if you want to try to do what you want to do best, you got to try to find time for it, which time is a little bit on the essence. But anyway, yeah, look at this graph. This is the first year worldwide revenue. Super Mario Run only made 56 million, while Fire Emblem Heroes made 295 million. Of course, Clash Royale, which already had a fan base because of Clash of Clans, it made almost $1 billion in its first year. This chart is what EA jerks off to every night. Oh my God, that's gonna be us one day. Oh. And of course, Pokemon Go, $1.1 billion. And apparently, here's according to Sensor Tower, 59% of the success of this games is it's too much dough to just let go. Of course, the clear difference between Super Mario Run and the environment is simple. Super Mario doesn't have any waifus and husbandos. No, it doesn't. All it has is Mario. Yeah, if you had so much cash right now, I wouldn't even talk to you anymore, because you'd be out partying, you'd be out taking jets to different countries. But you know, you could take a jet and come visit me, and you could take me for a ride. Yes, please, you could link that. The links are actually oh my God. Hey Nick, question: if Zombie wants to post a link, how do I avoid him getting blocked by the bot? Because the bot's just don't doing that. How do I? Is there a way that I could just? Is there a way that the bot can just? I could just allow people to. I know. And how do I do that? Permit name? Do I just type it? I mean, okay, hold on. Command. I can't tackle that right now. So, I will, if you like, you could give me the link and then I'll post it. It'll block your stuff, but I'll reveal it. But anyway, yes. 29% of it was here in the US. And of course, well, that's just the reason why EA wants to shift directions here. But going back to making money, Monster Hunter World sold an estimated 652. Hold on. Let's take a look. Awesome. Give me 1 second here. Oh, very nice. This is very, very awesome. Oh my God. I think my friend Anne, who is into crafting, would love that. Awesome. That looks pretty cool. Kind of looks a little steampunky, which I am a super huge fan. Made of new jade and copper. Wow, so you make quilts, you make jewelry. Oh man, that is freaking awesome. Let me just show it to everybody. Let's just show it to everybody again. This is the zombie. Awesome. So let's keep on chugging a little bit here. Let's chug. Yes, it broke 2 million in the first 3 days, apparently. And it sold about 652,000 copies. Saturday Night is not one of them, because apparently he is a true Monster Hunter player. And this is not a Monster Hunter game. I'm just kidding, Saturday Night. By the way, Saturday Night, I've gone through the second starred quests from the I just made from the game. I think I'm going to the third level ones. I just made it to the forest. So on Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. But yes, apparently reported that its retail sales of about 1.35 million copies. It's also the most successful Capcom game of all time. Good job. Good job, guys. Also, you do leather work. The Flooded Forest. Yes, I'm in the Flooded Forest. And I also upgraded my armor as well, too. It's all Yagi armor now. Almost. I do have to find one thing for the waist. If you own a Switch, you could turn it into a Linux tablet. And I'm going to mute this thing because it's going to... Shut up. So basically, as you can see, why on earth would you want to turn the Switch into a Linux tablet? But there you go. You could turn your Switch into a Linux tablet. And I'm just showing you guys this because this is really freaking awesome. A full-on Linux distro running on the hack Switch with touchscreen support, fully operational web browser. I don't know why you would turn your Switch into a freaking tablet. That's weird, but there you go. You could tweet. Pretty freaking awesome. I somehow think that the right bottom area of the Flooded Forest is a bit of a wasted area. They should have done something with a nice looking temple there. Yeah, I know, right? I'm still discovering the area, so... And no doubt that the Switch is a very powerful gaming console, so I would imagine that it would be a really great gaming tablet. Now, I'm not going to read all this here. This is an article. This is I did read a little bit of it, but this is a heartbreaking review. This is a review of the game This War of Mine from a survivor of the siege of Sarajevo. This is from the portrayal of a guy or a person who's actually gone through what the game This War of Mine is. And this is, if you don't know, This War of Mine is a game where you live in a fictitious, war-torn, war-occupied universe, a city where it's like torn by war, it's got occupation, and then you're a war survivor, and then you're looking for supplies to feed your survivors, feed your people, supplies to defend yourself with. And it's so realistic in terms of war, like scavenging, and basically he talks about things that are in the game. And I'm gonna read one bit thing here. I love to read and watch reviews, but never felt that I am competent enough to write one. In this case, I feel huge need to do it because it became personal. When I was 8 years old, the siege of Sarajevo began. I lasted until I was 12. Even those times were terrible. If you ask me about the siege and I don't dig enough inside me, I will tell you that about how great those times were. Let me explain. I never had that many friends and I never had that much fun. And it just keeps going on from there, explaining things where that he did to avoid the siege. It's pretty terrible. But he goes over talking about his experience with the game, and he talks about how his how the game is in comparison is to that. But honestly, I actually encourage you all to read that article because it's pretty. Oh, very nice. Oh, because you said you work with leather work. Very nice. Very, very nice. Seriously. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Zombie. this is very, very good work here. And how long have you been working with this? With leatherwork? How long have you been working with that? Because like working with a whole bunch of stuff like that, that's got to be very challenging to to go over like tons of different mediums here. Huh. Okay. Oh, there you go. Thank you, zombie. Welcome. About a year, wire about 7, and gem cutting about 4 years. Very, very impressive. Very nice. Very, very nice. So this is an article that's showing that I urge you guys to read this, but it's called about hardware's importance in a software-driven industry. Basically, the whole article goes, yes, software is important. The most important part is games. But if you don't have a game console that if you don't have the game console to run your game and the game that you want to run, you're not going to be able to get what you want out of the game. That's why some games, they come out of the out of necessities, like you don't have the enough hardware to run the games. So basically you need good hardware to run these games because you're physically limited to that. I can already see the 40. Oh. I gotta fix that bot, man. But anyway, the article, the last one that I posted, it's pretty interesting. It's done by Pixel Bloody Pixel, where they talk about, hardware is as important as software. Don't skim over it. You couldn't get a game like this beautiful gem to run if your hardware was just puny and weak. So just keep that in mind, game developers. A couple of Reddit posts, thoughts on current MMOs. So this dude called The Nomi is asking about how a group of friends of him would just spend MMOs time playing World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy. Obviously, there aren't the only two MMOs. Now, the biggest question is how do the two I spoke of earlier compare to any other? How do they compare to any other MMOs? Which of MMOs is combat exchanging in guild? Oh yeah, I've got and you're growing my tabs. Thank you, zombie. This is the skinny. I just got so many tabs. It's a lot of tabs that are open. Now, what I personally think of MMOs, I personally, and I'll make this one short, I don't play MMOs enough to really just say whether what is better and not better than most of them, but all I could say is that there are not that many MMOs out there that are that different from each other. You really have to do something to stand out from one MMO to the other, especially when you have something like World of Warcraft that's still releasing expansions, still strong as ever. And then you got Final Fantasy 14, which is just incredibly good. So how do you get into the market and make a new MMO and just stand out? The Koreans are working really hard on MMOs. Black Desert, I heard it was pretty good. Awesome. So, it's not to say that you can make a game like an MMO now with you've got these major ones, but ultimately the settings are what's different. The combat systems themselves, their pricing mechanics monthly. The most that I played is Guild Wars. Not into MMOs anymore. I got addicted hard at World of Warcraft a couple of years ago. Yeah, everybody eventually gets addicted. I haven't because I haven't played it as much. Naked sex I'm gonna pen that idea down. Hold on. Yeah, Guild Wars is incredible. I love Guild Wars 2 especially. Unfortunately, Guild Wars it's like your Cintiq. It's kind of gathering dust in the corner. I need to give it some love. Yeah, and I also own Guild Wars 1 too. So honestly, my opinion, Guild Wars is a game. And I'm sorry, MMOs. You really do have to try super duper hard to stand out. So obviously, it's not, you can't have a WoW killer if you're just doing WoW. You have to try to do what you can to just stand out differently. Make a compelling world, and make compelling systems, make compelling characters, make a compelling story as well. They just need to release an 18 plus VR chat version, and they would earn lots of money and some microtransactions, and boom. Oh, you know, that is true. That could actually work, but we'll put a pin on that in a second here as well here. So was one of the few women who popped up in the first month of WoW. Like when it first got released? Like WoW Vanilla? Like before the expansions, before all of that? Because it's hard to believe that WoW is so old. Now, this is an interesting post. Wow. No, literally, wow. Holy crap. I had the idea of MMOs from a while back that they should be completely abandoned. The living road, they should make it leveling. They should make it the way you used to combat systems and the spells. You have had more abilities and stop the normal leveling systems. See, that would be interesting. That would be really, really interesting. Just make it like a survival, just learn how to become a better skilled, and not about power levels. But eventually MMOs do live and die by power levels. But that's actually a really interesting idea. Who are people trying to convince with those don't pre-order posts? We've all seen, though, this is by Mighty Bed Dylan. Might Bed Dylan. Interesting name. We've all seen these lame posts that they creep up a few times every year revolving the next big hyped up game. I have never been able to understand what these people are trying to achieve. Anyone who pre-orders the game obviously doesn't care about how it's going to be on release, whether it turns out to be great or totally broken. They want the game. That's why they bought it. Even if they don't pre-order, they're just going to buy day one anyway. Anyone who is hesitant to how the game is going to be obviously isn't going to pre-order it. That's totally fine too. If you want to wait for reviews, you go right ahead. Even then, a few weeks go by and you end up buying the game anyway. So what are they trying to change here? Do they really think someone who has already pre-ordered the game is going to go, oh wait, Reddit didn't want me to pre-order this. Oh boy, I better not do it then. And don't get me wrong, I don't support these kind of games anyway. I'd never buy it, one pre-order or not. I think there are a variable discussion to be had about boycotting these companies entirely, but attacking pre-orders and trying to convince others when to spend their money is just weird and achieves nothing. Anyone that is going to pre-order isn't going to be swayed into not pre-ordering by the same dumb meme getting reposted for the 100th time. The only people who upvote these posts are people who already weren't going to pre-order the game anyway, and it just turns into a circle jerk. Buy the game if you want it. Don't buy the game if you don't want it. There's no reason for companies to stop offering pre-orders altogether. Companies live and die by the pre-orders. So, clearly, that's how they siphon their game content, by offering it back to you as a pre-order. The reason that people like me tell you not to pre-order a game, even though you've already pre-ordered it, I might not sway you or not, but honestly, to tell you the truth, I The reason is because we know that the companies are just going to sell you the pre-order back to you. So the reason that we try to convince you is that pre-ordering is completely antithetical to video game design. You're getting this content that was already created and finished for you, sold back to you. And also, the pre-order bonuses are never all that worth to begin with anyway. Big companies don't live off of pre-orders. They're just things to present at the company's meetings. Miles Wills Chut has donated Hold on a second. Wait a moment. Give me one second here. But how hold on a second. How does that, where? What's up, Akimiga? Miles. That's what I figured. I don't even have anything donated, man, but thank you for the I was a little hesitant, but thank you. I will one day, but I don't have donations. Oh no, you don't have to be sorry. You're all good, man. But Akame, welcome. Because I'm like, I got to actually set it up. So anyway, it's all good. But welcome, Akemiga, another German. Well, holy German, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So anyway, we're gonna skip a bit here, and we're gonna just do reactions to some stuff that I just found out about that's gonna get released on the freaking Switch. It sounds Russian. Look. All I know is that all I can do is the Russian accents. I'll allow it. Look at this. You get to play the Mega Man games on freaking Switch. Holy shit. What? Hold on. Rewind. You get to rewind? Excuse you, game? Excuse you? You get to rewind? Fuck off! Rewind. That means you'll never die. Ever! That's the whole point of the Mega Man games, is to learn from your mistakes. That's the gameplay design in it, is so you could rewind. This is like Prince of Persia. Holy crap. Yes, people will definitely buy the Switch for this. Holy crap. Look at that. Mega Man is a time lord now. I am definitely getting this. When I get the Switch, I am totally getting this. I am totally getting this. Like, it goes without saying. I am getting this. Stage remixes, challenges. Oh, soundtrack, track selects. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, this is absolutely great. This is how you get people back into your good graces, Capcom. This is how you get people back into their good graces. You make the collection for the Switch. Oh, this is so awesome. May 22nd, guys. Rewind. Fucking rewind. Get the fuck out of here. Actually, that's awesome, though. That's actually really awesome. Also, still better than Mighty Number 9. We got another video to check out, so. Oh my god, this is not scary. Oh my god.
Welcome to D-Tay, the world beyond the wormholes. It exists in a dimension separate from your own.
Do not be swayed.
Abandon all hope from here on. Not to mention fear and doubt.
Do not be swayed. This game is this game is Konami.
Wanderers are extremely ferocious.
Oh, it is a DayZ clone. It's a DayZ clone made by fuck Konami.
They attack anyone they see indiscriminately. If we don't do something about them, there will be enough of them to destroy the human race.
Oh, by the way, also, if you want another character slot, you have to pay $10 to get another character slot. Oh, by the way, this game is also only online, so when the game got released for people to review it, it was down for 4 days after they reviewed it. And they couldn't review it because the servers were down. Good job, Konami! Also, this game is broken as well too. I like to let you all know that as well too. This is essentially, it looks really cool.
For what I'm about to do.
I mean, the game looks cool. If it was like a Metal Gear game, which this is not a Metal Gear game. This is a Metal Gear spin-off. This is a Metal Gear cash-in. So, you're gonna play it on... I am not going to give Konami my money. Konami can go fuck themselves. I am not giving them my money. I would actually not mind playing this game if it was for free. If it was like a free-to-play game. But anyway, this is not a free-to-play game. This is a $60 game, and you will have to and it's also filled with microtransactions as well. So this is a video that I'm going to be adding down in the bottom. This is the history of evolution and video game design, this is called the game design extracts. This is about 24 minutes. If you're interested in knowing about game design theory, about how has it evolved from like games that were like this, like Tempest, to games like Super Mario Brothers, to Legend of Zelda, to even games like Shadow of the Colossus now, I definitely recommend you guys, if you guys are into video game design at all, or you're just curious about it. I mean, I've seen this video. I mean, he talks about how the mechanics in are so simplistic. is like that they're limited commands. How the aliens in Space Invaders ended up moving faster. Apparently that was all by accident, which I thought that was really, really cool. I really do recommend you guys to watch this video. And let's see what else we've got going on here. This is a little bit of a Reddit interview that was posted. It was about apparently how Nintendo wants to avoid devaluing indie games, and he sees them as AAA games as well. So Nintendo doesn't acknowledge like that indie games are indie games. They also want to be put up all the way up. So I'm happy to hear that. I'll play Metal Gear Survive if either somebody gives it to me or if it goes to a free to play model, which is probably going to, because that game is god awful. I have a master in computer science, and believe me when I say developing games are one of the most hardest fields that you can get in. Oh yes, it is. Yes. And developing games, programming games, level designing, like programming the rules of the games, that's all, like, we're talking going to test out the new PC to see if it will handle Rift. Oh man. So basically the interview says like this is an interview with apparently it looks like it was translated, talking with a Mr. Yusuke Soejima and Park Song-sa, which they work with indie developers. And Nintendo's asked, what is an indie game as seen from Nintendo? The editorial department who visited Kyoto hit directly to Mr. Soejima and Mr. Park, who are actively in charge of indie games in Nintendo. I talked to them about Nintendo's unique idea, game policies, and it says, as Nintendo, on how titles are treated in the eShop. How is the difference between indie game and conventional game recognized? Park, on Nintendo's platforms, we don't really differentiate between AAA titles from established firms and indie games. In actuality, they're lined up as equals in the Nintendo eShop. We don't specially promote indie games just because they are indie games, and conversely, we don't prioritize them below AAA titles either. Read as AAA title, there is no clear definition as to what refers to big hits. And then it says bringing indie awareness. Oh, that is awesome. Try to see if you can find a graphics card, Zombie. Right now, they're just so expensive right now. If you want to find one, good luck. And I'll read a little bit more. I'll leave this all down here, but basically this is basically Nintendo putting AAA at kind of like the same level of indie games. Not being able to distinguish them both means that everybody has an equal chance to succeed, which is great. They also talk about bringing awareness. It says, it was also mentioned at the beginning, unlike other platforms, indie games are handled in the same line as major companies' titles on the Nintendo Switch eShop. In recent years, being indie and overseas is becoming one brand-like position, and users increasingly playing indie games are also increasing. And Park says, as we manage our projects with indie games, we think it would be great if indie games could be one amongst numerous attractive brands. However, in Japan, awareness about indie games is still pretty weak, so we want to get customers to recognize these brand of products and see them as appealing. We don't want to discriminate just because they are indie games. Why they wouldn't want to risk using an indie label in Japan. So I could say that Nintendo is doing an absolutely terrific job of promoting these indie games, doing a great job. I could definitively say one of our projects are an app for an online shop. That's very awesome. That is very, very cool. wholesale. But anyway, I'm glad that Nintendo is taking the approach of they recognize that games are not being promoted so much in Japan. So basically, like, giving them a push is actually a really good thing. So congrats on Nintendo. There are more indie games that are coming out. Obviously, Mega Man with the rewind feature is a great addition. How mad do you think all people, young me, would be playing Mega Man 2, all that, and then all of a sudden you're playing Mega Man 2 and it's like, oh. And Nintendo, that's just another reason why I want the Switch. And they're getting more games on the Switch too. I mean, like Cryptid the Necrodancer and a bunch of roguelikes like that are coming out, like Enter the Gungeon, and all these games that are just coming out are, and the Nintendo Switch is just like, these are games that I would get on Steam, but having the functionality of having them portable is just incredible. I'm going to need to have a very, 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 very big SD card. And finally, the last bit of news that we're going to talk about today is basically that 64% of the games that are in Spain being played are for the PlayStation 4, and that the Nintendo 3DS is in second place. So Spain really loves the PlayStation 4. Did Nintendo say anything about Metroid Prime 4 other than the announcement? No, other than it's being designed by Namco Bandai and not Retro. No. There is no announcements. There's no announcements for the release date. There hasn't been any release of any clips of anything. But for now, it's just the announcement. But you watched at an E3, they'll show us more, because they drove us crazy just with that announcement. But they did say that it was getting made by Namco Bandai. That's about as much as I know of the actual Metroid 4 announcement. Okay, so this article is in Spanish, which means that I get to do this. PS4 se alza de nuevo con la victoria en lo que es las cifras de ventas de software en España se trata. La máquina de Sony ha sido la que mayor porcentaje de juegos ha puesto en el mercado, alcanzando un 64%. A PlayStation 4 la ha seguido Nintendo 3DS con 12% y aún sigue por encima de Nintendo Switch, que es de 10%. Dado lo reciente del sistema, pero ya que se ha colado en el tercer puesto, el cuarto se lo lleva al Xbox con un discreto 4%, which basically all this means is that 64% of people that game on Spain, they do it on PlayStation 4, 12 on Nintendo 3DS, 10 on Switch, and Xbox One 4%, and then the rest is just everything else. Oh yeah, I do speak Spanish. I'm from Puerto Rico originally, so that's awesome. I mean, it's actually, when I saw this article in Spanish, I was like, I'm gonna read this in Spanish. This is IGN Spain. IGN has a Spain website. It's awesome. And then here, after that, last year, these are the sales. FIFA, what a surprise. Spain loves their football. It's kind of depressing that the top game, even last year's FIFA is still selling. Last year's FIFA is selling more than Breath of the Wild. Last year's FIFA is selling more than Super Mario Odyssey. Last year's FIFA is selling more than Horizon Zero Dawn, than Assassin's Creed Origins, than Resident Evil 7. Are you serious? 2 FIFA games are on the top 3 of most games sold. And I don't know if I should be happy or sad about that. But anyway, that's the last bit of news that I have for you guys today. Yeah, I am spitting fire. This does not make me happy. And of course, I'm going to include also on the list of links that I'm going to post on the YouTube video and also on the Twitch video. Yeah, FIFA and COD, man. This is the first 18 minutes of the second Ni no Kuni game. This game is going to be out on PlayStation 4. And I might have to join the Spanish people, the Spaniards, and be like, okay, I'm probably going to have to get a PlayStation 4 because I need to play Ni no Kuni. I actually own Ni no Kuni. I've never played it, but now Ni no Kuni 2 is coming out. Ni no Kuni 1 is apparently one of the best games ever made, but here's like the first 15 minutes. So if you guys are interested in seeing how the first 15 minutes of this new Ni no Kuni game, you could definitely check it out. Yeah, FIFA sells like hotcakes everywhere in East America, everywhere across the globe. FIFA's like the top seller over there. It's kind of depressing because that means that EA gets to sell more because of their FIFA Ultimate Team. So the first one was great, but it still was a little bit annoying. Let me see if we could see a little bit of the battle system here. Let me see if we could not getting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Rats. Hold on.
Get back.
See if we got some maybe this will show us a little bit of the battle system. Okay. So let's see what this is about here. Actually, let's expand it.
Over there! You! Oi!
So this is like this is almost like a Tales game almost. I never played the first Ni no Kuni, so. Oh. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna. Now. Oh, it was a turn-based system. So now this game is gonna be. Let's zoom in a little bit here. See if we could lock on. Oh. So they've actually changed the battle system from going from a turn-based to like a more of an action RPG. I think I'm just convinced to play Ni no Kuni even more. Die, mouse! So let's see what else here. I'm going to actual. I love the music. It still sounds like a Ghibli game. Oh my god, I want this game. Wait a minute. Oh, he's not gonna stab him? Crap. He's not gonna stab him. Are you gonna stab him? Turn away. Well, this is like an early build, so there's a good chance that, like right now, they're not. It looks like this may be an early build. I don't know when this game is coming out, but. Man, guards, you guys can't hear the rustling grass at all? Well, first of all, I need to be able to stream Ni no Kuni, I need a PlayStation 4. And then I need a capture device to stream it on my computer. So future plans are probably going to be I'll get a PlayStation 4 and I'll get an Elgato game capture card. I'll get an HD 60 Pro, like the one that you insert in your computer, so that way I can play the game on my monitor. And then I will, but that would just have to be I know that you could stream directly from the PlayStation 4, but the problem is that streaming directly, it doesn't allow you to do the stuff like add the overlays, and also streaming game captured itself. I also want to like record the actual video game capture of the game on high quality. Maybe I want to stream up at it later onto Twitch. But bottom line is that it's actually a lot better to stream it. I mean, you could stream it directly, but I would like to game capture as well. Oh, here we go. We got a big battle here. Big sorcerer. So it's 5 against 1. Who? Oh my god, he actually has gun. Oh no. My god.
The end of the road.
Whoa! Holy shit! With a butter knife.
I came as quickly as I could.
Oh my god.
Nella! Evan!
Keep talking! Don't you human! Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's clearly not a lot of... Okay, so there's an evasion technique in this game. Oh wow. Okay, so this is kind of like a Kingdom Hearts game now. All of a sudden. Which, you know what? I don't object to that. Like your battle mechanics to be just like Kingdom Hearts. I do not. Oh yeah.
Thanks.
He didn't say thanks. He did say none of what you're saying is on there. They may not have added the voice. So this is what I'm thinking about getting. And the reason also is that I also want to get the HD 60. Also, it's because HD 60 Pro. It's because it has it honestly has like a much better, like it streams a lot better. I'm thinking about either getting that or getting the HD Capture S, but the HD 60 Pro, I mean, it lets you stream at 60 frames per second if your game can handle it, and it allows, things is just a lot more smooth when they're working here. Yeah, they are expensive. Voice actors can be expensive, and they pay for time. But if you're a big company, you could definitely afford it. But oh yeah, and Level 5 is a great company. Ni no Kuni 1 was kind of incredible. So this is where what I kind of like. I could also buy it certified used, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about that as well too, because I want a PlayStation 4. I want to be able to play games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Until Dawn, Ni no Kuni, Shadow of the Colossus, the remaster, all the Uncharted games. That's just stuff that I just can't do with a PlayStation, with a PC, because apparently we still need exclusives. But not happy about that. But Saturday, back to you, because I actually, you mentioned earlier. Where was it? Let me see. Where we were talking about MMOs. You said they just need to release an 18-year-old VR chat version, and they would earn tons of money, add microtransactions, and boom, money issues get washed away. Well, this is what happens when you get that wish to come true. This is what you want?
We won.
Is this what you want? This is what you want?
We won away.
This is your VR chat, 18 plus.
Not the way, my brother.
This is Saturday night's heaven.
So you are also looking for that way. That's our queen.
I want this so badly. I want this so badly. All together now.
She is definitely the way. If you wanna find a way, subscribe to Anime Toons. Anime Toons is the way.
Yes, I had to do that again. Because the first time that I got this video shown to me, I laughed my ass off. I think it was Saturday night that clipped me like doing that. So that's awesome. A VR chat with microtransactions. I do, yeah. What I also want to do is also, oh, hold on. Ring lights out of position. Hold on. Get a little more light on the shadowy side of my face. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'll get a PlayStation 4 or a PS4 Pro. There are enough games that I could justify getting it. So, and I'm also streaming so much. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get the best option possible. And I think having a card directly inserted into the computer and then having it like transmit directly into SLOBS, I think it would actually be a little better. Plus, here's the thing. There is no lag when I'm playing with the HD 60 Pro. The thing is that I usually have to play on the TV and then I can stream. But with the HD 60 Pro, I might be able to actually play the game, and then I'll just move the consoles I want to play with closer. This year Xbox. Oh yes, they did. I don't know what else they have. I don't know what else Xbox can do. I don't understand. They don't have enough exclusives. I wish that I knew, but honestly, we'll have to see. But honestly, the problem with Xbox is that everything that they had exclusive to is now only exclusive. Oh, hold on. Sorry, hold on. I have to wait, hold on. Let me see. If you scroll up, can you see Saturday night's post after I click on message deleted and then can you guys see it? Or like, can you see the links now? No, you can't? Okay. Let me I'll share it. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Permit. Okay, go ahead. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let me go to Saturnites first. And then
Subscribe Anime Toons. Anime Toon need a way.
that's me, just.
Oh my god, this is oh my god.
I can't get myself out of the shot though. Hold on. I'm down here. Oh man, I'm spoiling it. Hold on.
I didn't think. I didn't think.
This is not working. Yeah, so yeah, that's me dying. So let me see what Zombie posted. Oh, hello. Let's see what this is here. Oh. What is this? What? Hold on. Hold on. What is this? Can you permit me again? I'll make the permissions longer as well too. Okay. Hold on. All right. No!
Wait, that's not the same click. Why isn't it the same click? Smash, smash, smash.
What?
Ah, no.
A new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch.
Oh, this one's gonna be Smash Bros. For the Switch. Oh, this one's gonna be it.
Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitation.
Dude, could you stop doing that unless it's actually announced? Come on, baby. Smash this time. Smash this time. What did I just say? Shut the f*** up. I'm sorry, man. I guess I just spent $300 on the Switch just for Smash, and I'm worried that it won't come out anytime soon. Okay, I guess that's understandable. Smash, 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 smash! Why? Alright, you know what? Give me that.
Ah! Ah! Oh! Oh my god!
Whoa. What's in the box? It's a broken Nintendo Switch. My favorite.
You fucker! Fuck you! Oh my god! No, it's real!
The Nintendo Switch
maybe?
has Minecraft?
Maybe.
Cleanse. Okay, too much cleansing, too much cleansing.
It's on fire!
What? This thing doesn't have Bluetooth? Fine. Okay, Mom, coming.
Oh! Oh!
Damn it!
Cleanse.
What an awful day at work. Can't wait to play some Nintendo Switch.
Oh!
What the hell is this? Where's the screen? This thing's defective.
Oh my god.
Now, what to possess, capture next? A Nintendo Switch! I can finally play with myself.
Oh my god.
Sega is our master. Sega is our master. Genesis does what Nintendo.
Oh my god. Oh, look at the Switch, it's
What?
so broken.
This isn't an amiibo?
Oh!
What? This isn't a Sonic amiibo? Ugh.
What is this? I got declined for the Nintendo's creator program? But I show nothing but love and respect.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude!
What is this? Nintendo copyrighted my newest video? But I only used 5 seconds of gameplay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my god.
Switch a switch with a switch. Hey dude, did you hear the news that apparently Nintendo Switches are having a problem with disconnecting controllers? Huh? What was that? I was just playing some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What the hell?
Oh god. And it's still going.
Wait.
And it's
what
still
the
going.
Heck? That's the newest Splatfest? How can I show everyone how confident I am in ketchup? I know. I'll make a post saying that if Mayo wins, I'll throw my Switch in a lake. Yeah.
Well, a promise is a promise.
Oh my god. Oh my god, there's 50 more.
like
No. We can't
Sony
watch all 50 of
PlayStation.
them. I'm sorry. It's 50. We can't watch all 50. I don't have time. But I'm going to be linking that video in the description with everything else. It's 50 ways. We didn't even make it halfway through the video, guys. It's a 23-minute long video and it's only been 7 minutes. So yeah, this guy. I kept getting distracted by his nose though. He kept getting like these pimples up in his nose. Yeah. Oh my god. You could watch the outbreak of yours I posted. Hold on. Was that the second video? Hold on. I'll do this one more thing because I do have to kind of get myself ready to go to work in a bit, so hold on. Wait, you posted the hat one? Yeah, that thing was kind of distracting. So actually, but yes, I'm gonna post everything here so y'all could, yeah, you permit me. I'll set up the permissions. Let me just write down here. Change permissions for links. I'll make it to a minute instead of 30 seconds, but but anyway, yes, work is a thing in my life. But yeah, I do have to get myself ready, and I'm doing these streams in the morning, so it's usually every Wednesday. You should think of having 1 or 2 moderators in here to be able to handle permissions and other stuff and actually take some work off of you. You know, that's not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea. And you do that by you can make you change the moderators in the Twitch settings, right? So if I go to my Twitch channel and add you as a moderator, I can that could help things out, right? Or do I have to do that in the bot? Oh, really? Oh. Well, okay. Well, I trust you, so. Yay! There we go. I trust you. Yes, I've quoted that. Work is a thing in my life. I never figured out how to assign mod status via Twitch dashboard. Actually, I think I know how to do it. If you go, I think how you do it is, let me check and see here. This is sign in and see here. Hey, shut up, me. Shut up, me. Look at you trying to talk over me. Me. So let's. Okay, so let's see. I know you guys love looking at what my face, but actually, if I go to the dashboard, no, actually, if you go to settings, I think you go to the settings on the far right. I think how you do it is channel. Let's see. I thought it was there. I think there was an option, but I guess not. Trying to find it in the settings here. Security and privacy, notifications, connections. I guess there isn't. How could you not know how to add an option for mods? Well, anyway, yes, you now have a sword to my dungeon. Ew. But anyway, Well, oh, don't worry. I mean, I know I'm gonna write /mod/unmod. Well, I'm going to make Neck is going to be my my mod, and I'm gonna make my friend Matt a mod as well too. He's the one that created these for me here. This right here. The reason that I got the notification was because he was able to set up StreamLabs for me. So, but I do want to change that into a different one. Well, guys, oh, you're leaving? Oh, well, anyway. Oh, well, thank you for the words of wisdom. Thank you for your positivity. Thank you for following me, Ed. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for following me. And I have to head away because work is a thing in my life. So but anyway, Zombie, if you're still here, Zombie, I do this every Wednesday and every Sunday. So I'm gonna, if you like, you could look at the schedule down at the bottom of the stream and it'll show you when I do these live casts. I'm doing one today because yesterday I had a root canal and I couldn't do it yesterday. So, but I'm gonna be streaming every morning around this time. And when I don't stream, I'll do the live cast. More information of everything like the live cast, and also follow me on Twitter and on the Facebook page so you could catch announcements of what I'm doing, when I'm going to stream, when I'm not going to stream, when I'm going to delay things. So let me actually post. Let me see if I got commands here. But anyway, actually, I do want to try this. Hold on. Hey, it's not working. The heck, Nick? Why not work? Why not work? Uptime, everybody. Huh. Yeah, it says everyone. Oh, you know what it is? It doesn't have an option to put in the group for some reason. Anyway, we'll look into this later. But okay. Uptime doesn't work. Needs work. All right. Oh, I trust the chicken revolution. I actually don't mind Nick being a moderator because but yours has general. Remember when you showed me that yours had general? Mine for some reason didn't have the option to allow for the general chat. Remember? It didn't have the drop down for general. Mine doesn't have an option to put general in there. So it's a thing, it's a work in progress. So I'll fix that later. I can't do it now. General. All right. Well, I'm going to be working on the mod tonight. That's why I'm not streaming tonight, because I'm going to work on stuff like to improve on the stream for next day. So, well, thank you. Thank you. Zombie, it's been an awesome pleasure. And I do hope that you join the next time I do this. Next time I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this on Sunday. I'm going to do this either at 10 a.m. or at 11 a.m. I'm thinking it's going to be 11 a.m. I kind of have that posted as 11 a.m. But I'll wake up, gives me some time to wake up, gives me some time to do some stuff around here, around the apartment, and then I'll get that. So, y'all are making me hungry now. I can't chew on this side that much yet. It's still healing, so. Damn you, dentist! damn you to hell! But anyway, they're awesome. So root canals are totally not at all. They're expensive, so you better have some medical insurance. but they're not. They don't hurt. It's completely overblown. Yes, I can eat ice cream. I could eat ice cream. I actually yesterday I had like a 24-ounce strawberry shake. Not good for this, but that was my lunch yesterday, and so I could do that. I went to Wawa and I had a strawberry shake. But anyway, that's it. That's all. It's all good. I wish I could have shakes all the time, but yeah. Oh yes, the Oreo shakes, the Hershey pies. Do you guys got Hershey pies? Because the Hershey pies are incredible. Hershey pies are quite amazing, actually. So, but anyway, I wish I could linger on with you guys a little bit, but real life, IRL. I have to go to work. So, thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you for Edagos, Ed for joining in, following, and Zombie, thank you for joining in as well. Thank you to thank you for let's go up here 1 second. I want to thank I want to thank the dude that also posted that fake donation because I thought that was kind of funny, but I knew it wasn't. I knew it was just, there was no way. But I think I'm going to let you guys go. But I think we're going to end this stream with a doozy. So I hope that you guys enjoy this. So, well, Zombie, thank you so much for joining me on your day off. You've been awesome. You've been awesome. And thank you for sharing your art. It's very, very, very good. And keep on it. And keep on doing it. Keep on quilting. Keep on jewelry making. Keep on keeping on. And I do hope that Ed gets his Cintiq out. So what? Well, we'll say goodbye to him as well too. What's that sound? What's that sound? It's full life consequences, Nick. What happened? I didn't do anything. All of a sudden, this is playing. All of a sudden.
John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in an office typing on a computer. He got an email from his brother that said that aliens and monsters were attacking his place and asked him for help. So he went. John Freeman got his computer shut down and went on the platform to go up to the roof of the building where he left his motorcycle and normal people clothes.
I do have to go to work. That's why I'm leaving. Bye.
John Freeman got on his motorcycle and said, "It's time for me to live up to my family name and face full life consequences." So he had to go. John Freeman ramped off the building and did a backflip and landed. He kept driving down the road and made sure there was no zombies around because he didn't have weapons. The countrysides were nice, and the plants were singing, and the birds and the sun was almost down from the top of the sky. The mood was set for John Freeman's quest to help his brother where he was. John Freeman looked around the countryside and said, "It's a good day to do what has to be done by me and help my brother to defeat the enemies." John Freeman was late, so he had to drive really fast. A cop car was hidden nearby, so when John Freeman went by, the cops came and wanted to give him a ticket. Here John Freeman saw the first monster because the cop was possessed and had head crabs. "I can't give you my license, officer," John Freeman said. Why not? Said the head crab officer back to John Freeman. Because you are a head crab zombie. So John Freeman shot the officer in the head and drove off thinking, my brother is in trouble there, and went faster. John Freeman had to go faster like the speed of sound and got there fast because Gordon needed him where he was. John Freeman looked at road signs and saw Raven Home, with some on writing under it saying, you shouldn't come here. So John Freeman almost turned around but heard screaming like Gordon, so he went faster again. John Freeman drove in and did another flip and jumped off his motorbike, and the motorbike took off some head crab zombies in front of John Freeman. John Freeman smiled and walked fast. John then looked on the ground and found weapon, so he picked it up and fired fast at zombie ghosts in front of a house. John Freeman then said, zombie ghosts, leave this place. And the zombie ghosts said, but this is our house. And John Freeman felt sorry for them because they couldn't live there anymore because they were zombie ghosts. So he blew up the house and killed the zombie ghosts, so they were at peace. Then John Freeman heard another scream from his brother, so he kept walking really faster to get where he was. Raven Hold'em was nothing besides just countryside. There was no birds singing, and the paths were dead, and the dirt was messy and bloody from head crabs. When John Freeman got to where the screaming was started, he found his brother, Gordon Freeman, fighting the final boss.
The final
Gordon
boss!
said, John Freeman, over here! So John Freeman went there to where Gordon
I'm sorry,
Freeman
I had to
was
come
fighting. John Freeman fired his bullet from the gun really fast.
This video
and
is
the bullet
fucking incredible.
went and shot the final boss in the eyes, and the final boss couldn't see. Gordon Freeman said, it's time to end this once and for all, and punched the final boss in the face, and the final boss fell. John Freeman said, thanks, I could help, bro. And Gordon Freeman said, you should come here earlier next time, and they laughed. The laugh overed quickly, though, because John Freeman yelled, look out, bro, and pointed up to the top of the sky. Gordon Freeman looked up and said, no! John Freeman, run out of here as fast as you can! And John walked real fast out. John locked back and saw Gordon get stepped on by the next boss, and he was mad and angry. I'll get you back, evil boss! John Freeman yelled at the top of lungs.
Okay, that's it. I will feature that link below as well too. Okay, guys, seriously, that was just the last. That was the last thing for Mr. Neck. So you guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for everything, and of course, thank you to Mr. Neck for helping me with the Nightbot. Saturday night, I'm sorry that my bot banned you, but I'm fixing that. I'll fix that. I'll try to see if I could get that that all done here. So Mr. Nex, the moderator now, so be nice to him. He is a chicken. He has feelings. Please be nice to him. Oh man, that's not what I want my bot to be. I don't want my bot to be racist. It's from the Citadel. It's called the Citadel droid bot is supposed to be the best bot of the Citadel. He should know better. But anyway, I'll have a chat with the bot, and I'll also see if I could fix the general, and I'll see if I could add a couple of commands tonight. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Daniel, thank you for dropping by. Akamega, thank you for dropping in. And I do have to go to work. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, tune in next time. I'll be back here tomorrow morning to stream some more Final Fantasy and try to take on more bosses, and then I will come back with another LiveCast on Sunday. So you guys take it easy. I'll try to have fun at work, and take care, everybody. See you later. You guys have been awesome. Thank you. And also, I'll also want to add a song title to countdown. All right. All right, guys. Take it easy, guys. You've been awesome. Thank you for watching. And of course, thank you for Zombie and for Ed for joining this new venture. Take it easy, guys. See ya.